guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you some nutrition tips for raising healthy vegan kids. Eli just turned 1 a couple of weeks ago, and I'm already implementing a lot of these tips, and this is what I plan on doing as he grows. Now, obviously, I don't have older children, so if you have older children and you're raising them vegan or on a plant-based diet, let me know down below any additional tips that you have. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I put new videos out. I put new videos out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on vegan foods and recipes, as well as vegan lifestyle and some products that kind of go along with this lifestyle. So getting into this video here, I'm just going to share with you my top 5 tips for feeding your kids really nutritious foods that are going to help them thrive. My first tip is to not worry about necessarily nutrition, but worrying about the toxic state of the foods that we have available to us today. For the majority of the people probably watching this video, you do have access to good sources of real foods. The place where this becomes dangerous in what we feed our kids is maybe feeding them too many packaged things or things that are toxic. The reason we see a lot of the childhood obesity and childhood early onset of diabetes is because the foods that kids are eating nowadays in the mainstream are things that are not really actual food. They're loaded with toxins, with MSG, with preservatives, with trans fats, artificial colors, artificial sweeteners. Things that come in a package are not nutritious for us as humans, but they're really not nutritious for little kids whose bodies are just growing and all of their systems are developing still. So the goal is to really try and find foods that are real foods and that are going to give our kids the best amount of nutrition and gonna help them feel full and enjoy what they're eating at the same time. The second tip is to make sure that they're getting a wide variety of foods. I know a lot of people are afraid to go on a vegan diet or afraid to put their children on a vegan diet because they hear things from the mainstream media like, oh, they're going to be B12 deficient, they're not going to have enough of their omegas 3, 6, 9 in their diet, and they're not going to be healthy. That couldn't be any further from the truth. If you compare the standard American diet to a whole foods plant-based diet, you are going to get so much more nutrition by eating a wide variety of foods to make sure they get in fruits, greens, nuts, seeds, legumes, whole grains every single day, a little bit of variety every single day. Something interesting that I just found out is that fruit actually, the macronutrients in fruit actually mimics breast milk. Everybody is so worried about protein and their kid being protein deficient on a vegan diet, but it's just not true, especially in this day and age when we have access to so much abundant food. So if you are a breastfeeding mother, make sure that you are getting in enough fruits and greens and nuts and seeds and whole grains and whole foods in general, and your baby will get it that way. And then of course, once you're done breastfeeding, make sure to add these in as much as you can with as much variety every single day. If you don't believe me, just check out the blue zones around the world. These people eat really healthy foods with a very minimal amount of meat, if they eat any at all. And these people thrive as cultures. They live past 100. In these areas of blue zones are the people who live the longest in the world, and they're eating primarily a plant-based diet. So all those children in those areas are getting everything they need, and your kid can get the same as well. If you're worried about B12, you can always supplement it, and making sure your kid gets out and gets lots of vitamin D. Something that I really feel like is deficient in our culture today. Everybody is so afraid of the sun. Am I suggesting that you sit out there and bake all day long? Absolutely not. But vitamin D is essential for children's growth, their happiness, and for their nervous system to thrive. So let your kid play outside in the sunshine. It's so, so essential. Vitamin D is not something that we can get from food, so you need to be outside, at least exposing the face and the forearms 10 to 15 minutes a day. My fourth tip is to sneak in greens, and a great way to do that is by having a green smoothie. I touched on this a little bit in my what my toddler ate video, which I'll link down below, but that's something that I do. I give Eli vegetable juice that I make for myself. It has maybe 1 small apple in it, so it's not high in sugar, and it's pure vegetables, things like celery, ginger, cucumber, lemon, beets, chard, spinach, anything like that, I will put in that. And as much vegetable juice as he will drink, I let him have that. Another way to sneak in greens and healthy fats are in a smoothie. So in a smoothie, you can put things that are sweet, like oranges or apples, dates, bananas, mango, peaches, any kind of fruit that your kid kind of has a liking to. Put that in the smoothie, and then the sweetness of the fruit masks the bitterness of the greens, which they really need, and they really can't even tell the difference at all. Eli has a green smoothie pretty much every single day. It's not a lot, it's probably like that much in his little sippy cup, but he has it every single day and he really loves it, and I like throw the greens in that smoothie. It's the same smoothie I make for myself. I just give him a little bit every single day. We need greens. Our kids need greens as well. It's wonderful for chlorophyll, helps build the blood, helps with vitamin K1, K3, and converting to K2. All these things are essential for us as humans and really essential for our babies and our kids. So make sure you get those greens in there however you need to. If you need to disguise them in a green smoothie or steam some greens and mash them into another meal, that's the best way to do it. You can even throw some sprouts into your smoothie if you want. They won't taste the difference, but you know that there's really good nutrition in there for them. If you want, you can add a greens powder to your smoothie as well, something that contains either wheatgrass if you don't have fresh, or barley grass juice powder, or an alfalfa powder. You can throw in things like chia seed, flaxseed, hemp seed, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds. All of those are great sources of nuts and seeds that we need to thrive as well, and they won't even taste it. And then for my fifth tip, I'm just going to show you how to assemble a day, or what I suggest, what works for me, and what I think is a really great way to throw in some variety. In the morning, serve your kid fruit of their choice, whatever it is. It's gonna have a lot of antioxidants, lots of vitamins to help them fend off any colds if they're around a lot of kids throughout the day. Oatmeal is a really great thing for kids for digestion. It wards off depression, believe it or not, and it's a great source of fiber for them to have, and it really helps their digestion get going in the morning. Lately, Eli has been loving having steel-cut oats, a little bit of almond milk, and a touch of maple syrup. It's sweet, it's good, and he really enjoys it, and I know that he's getting some good nutrients in the morning. Alternately, he has maybe some bananas, melon, grapes. He loves strawberries, any kind of fruit that he's loving. I'll give him a little bit of that and a little bit of the oatmeal, and he's good to go for the morning. For lunchtime, I suggest cutting up some vegetables that they can kind of play with and dip with. So carrot sticks, celery, cucumber, and making some kind of dip that has some healthy fats in it so that it is satiating, but also tastes good. So it's our job as parents, if you are starting from an early age, to make sure that these are the tastes that our kids develop. I can say that I saw this happen in real life with my little sister. For example, when she was really little, my mom fed us salad all the time. And when we would go to restaurants, she would order a salad, and everybody was always so amazed that this little kid wanted salad, but that's what she was used to, and so that's what tasted good to her. If we are feeding a lot of junk food, that's what the kids will gravitate towards. They want that junk, they want that dopamine hit from the fake engineered foods. But if we give them fresh foods from the beginning, that's a great way to develop their taste, and they're going to crave those things. Okay, so say you didn't start with really good foods for your kid, and you did have some junk food in there, and now you're trying to take it away. It's going to take a little bit of time, but make sure that you make some things that are appetizing to them, and you sneak in those nutritious foods. Dates are something great to have in place of a candy bar. I did a watermelon cake for Eli's birthday, and all the little kids loved it. I am telling you, everybody wanted, like, I had these like skewers with different kinds of fruit. I had kiwi on there, and blueberry, and some strawberry. All the kids wanted watermelon, and there was cookies and there was brownies on the table for the adults, but the kids all wanted the cake because it looked fun and it tasted good and it was sweet and it was fruit. And I mean, that was such a great kind of testament to eating this way. Kids like things that are bright and colorful. They're going to gravitate towards the fruit. It tastes good. So little by little, start introducing more healthy foods to them. So that is lunch. And then if you want to have a snack for them have a green smoothie in the afternoon, including all the things that we already spoke about. And then for dinner, if you want, you can start to incorporate some steamed veggies like steamed broccoli. They're little trees, they're cute. Steamed spinach, some corn, some peas, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes. Maybe you want to do rice with kind of a plant-based creamy sauce and have some vegetables in there. The possibilities are really endless. Honestly, this is the way that I eat most of my meals anyway, so you can really incorporate eating healthy yourself and then having the same thing for your kids too. I think it's just about getting a nice variety of foods in there and finding things that they like and constantly trying new recipes to see if there's anything new that they like. I find that Eli's tastes have changed quite a bit as the months progress, so I'm always like, okay, let's try to make this. Let's see if he likes this. This has some great nutrition in it. We're gonna try this out and see how it goes. And it's just a matter of trial and error, always giving a variety of whole foods to your kids. And I think that is really the best way to keep the diet nutritious and to really help little kids thrive on a vegan or plant-based diet. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips and that you're able to implement some of them. Let me know down below if you have any tips and tricks for feeding your kid healthier plant-based foods. I'd love to know, and I always want to try things out that you guys share. You guys are always so wonderful, so please comment down below and let's talk. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye-bye.